Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Woo! I love the animations. Yeah. Alright, so, last time we had just landed, and let's do this. We had just landed in that monstrosity there, and I said I needed to make a base, so I made a base. And then I realized that I'm crouching. No, I'm not crouching. Why am I walking so slow? I don't know. Anyway, so I made a base. I found that I was running really low on iron. I started looking around. I actually did manage to grind down some of my steel plates and turn them into raw iron, which are not grind it down. You can actually put them in the assembler and unassemble them into raw iron, which is what I did, and use that to make the components necessary to make myself an ore detector, which I stuck on the ship. And then I stuck an antenna on the ship, because that was helpful, because then I can actually see what it sees. So I discovered that over here there's some nickel, magnesium, and silicon. But that was it. I needed iron. Really needed iron. So I actually flew the ship around, and I set up some GPS points. I found some other places. Some iron, nickel, cobalt, and I even found some platinum, which is the whole reason we came to the moon, was to get platinum. So we're going to be heading over there and getting that, but running back and forth with just what I can carry is no fun. So I built this little guy. And haven't quite finished him, but he's pretty close to done. Gotta take him off. And I gotta set up the wheel suspensions. And those GPS points are gonna get real annoying real quick, so let me turn them off. There we go. So, figured I would finish this off with you guys watching, because you might find this interesting. Let's start with, I always start with a landing gear and one light armor block, because that makes it just high enough that I can get underneath and work on stuff underneath. If you don't put that extra light armor block, then you can't get underneath, and it kind of becomes a pain. So, here we go. And one more, come on. There we go. And the first thing you'll find when you build these things is they fall straight down to the ground, which is why you need to set up your wheel suspensions. So, if you come in and you do what I like to do is bring the strength up to just a few percent. And if you change this, oh my word. I underestimated the small gravity on the moon. I'm glad I changed them all at the same time. That was kind of hilarious. So the strength now, it pushes it up to the top. If you do it any more at one time, you will just fly way too far. So now we can push the strength up, and I like to keep it up in like the 20-something range. There we go. And it's just a little bump like that. Actually, we probably don't want very much power in this low gravity, but we definitely want to get some more damping in there. Just kind of goof around with some of this. I have no idea what this is going to be like. So, well, we'll find out how this works. Alright, so I'm going to turn these into a block group. Wheels. And then we can hide them. And I don't think there's really much else I need to do right now. Matter of fact, we should be able to drive now. Oh. The other thing you always want to do almost right away is turn on your handbrake, which is in the cockpit right there. And that way it's not going to roll around much. If we had done that little trick with the suspension and... oh, wow, I'm way out there. And I hadn't had the handbrake on, I guarantee I would not be sitting right where I started. I'd be flying off somewhere. So let's turn off the handbrake, and then this should work fairly well. Ooh. Wow, maybe I don't want... Oh, that... Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. We I have never configured these things. I've never configured wheels on the moon. So we need a lot more friction, I think. And I think a lot less damping. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we need more friction. This is ridiculous. At least we're not bouncing as much. Oh. Okay. Okay, definitely no damping. That's... Oh my word, this is horrible. Okay, I just realized the other thing I need. We definitely need a gyroscope on this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need a gyroscope. So, let's put that somewhere. Maybe even 2. No, I think I'll put 2 on. Let's do yellow. I've been really enjoying the black and yellow theme. Put 1 there. And I need steel plate. Apparently I had 1 steel plate. Tell you what, I'm going to get these on there, configure things a little bit more, and then I'll come back. But just so you know, for those who haven't built vehicles very much, I've got 1 nuclear reactor, which is plenty for a wheeled vehicle normally. I've also, because there's no oxygen here, I've put an oxygen generator on there, which means that when I get in... well, that's funny. Why am I not... Oh, huh. Okay. I don't have any ice. I went and mined the ice. I didn't bother actually putting it in the oxygen generator. Now I should... There we go. Now I've got a bunch of oxygen. So now it'll automatically fill up my oxygen, hydrogen, and energy while I'm in the cockpit. And then, of course, this guy right here is for storing all of the stone and whatever else I pick up. So anyway, I'll be right back once I've made my gyroscopes and fiddled with the settings and figured out how to make this thing drive without flipping it over. Okay. All right. Well, I decided also to throw an antenna and an ore detector on this guy. Just make it a little easier to find the actual locations of the ores where I've... Oh, I guess I'm going to need those on again, aren't I? What do we got? I need iron more than anything else, so we'll figure that out when... There we go. Yeah, there's iron 1 kilometer to the left. So I think I've got this okay, but man, it is fiddly and all over the place. I am not used to driving in 0.25 G. Look at that. Just like, eh. At least I don't think that I'm going to take very much damage if I flip. I'm going to have to really be careful, though, because... Oh, man, I am glad I put 2 gyroscopes on this. Oh, good grief. Okay, yeah. If it weren't for the gyroscopes, I would so have crashed several times over. I'm kind of wondering if I even needed a a wheeled vehicle at this point. I do enjoy wheeled vehicles. I mean, look, just they're fun to drive. But man, if the wheels never touch the ground, what's the point? Okay. Whoa. Okay. We're gonna slow down now. Slow down. Slow down. Alright. Here we go. Iron! Yay! This is what we need the most. Like, I need everything, but iron is definitely the most important thing right now. Okay, let's get down to some iron. We're 10 meters away. See, this is... I'm glad I put that ore detector on there. So it should be any second now. There we go. There's some iron. I'm just gonna... I actually need a little stone, too, but... Anyway, I'm not gonna make you watch this for very long. because this gets real boring real quick on YouTube. So I'll be back when I've gathered a whole bunch of iron. As I hit the wrong button. Here we go.
Inventory full.
Yes, it is. Well, that was interesting. I don't exactly know what just happened there. Huh. Well, this thing drives a whole lot different when it's full of ore. That's for sure. Okay, I think, was this it over here? Can't remember. No, well, that's got some platinum. Yeah, this thing just... it still flies a bit. And I did decrease the... strength on the... and now I'm kind of doing this bouncy... Well, was I doing that before? Anyways, I decreased the strength on all the suspensions. I think that might help. It absorbs a little bit more of the shock. I don't know. I don't know these things. All I know is I'm having fun. Whee! Oh, there's a big hole there. Good grief. I am spending more time in the air than I am on the on the ground. What was that? I just stopped. I think I might need to actually put some down thrusters on this thing to keep me on the ground. I know there's also artificial mass blocks, but those require platinum, and I don't have any yet. So I might just put some thrusters on here. Oh, except for... well, we'll figure it out. Alright, I'm going to go get a whole bunch more materials, and then I'm going to head back to the base. Wait, was this platinum over here? I don't remember. I'm just having too much fun driving around. Ugh. Hope I don't break this thing. Meh. Meh. Okay. Alright. Oh, good grief. Okay, what's here? What's here? Cobalt. I got cobalt. Silver! That was the other thing I need, because silver I need to make reactor components and some other things. So let's get some silver now. Okay. Turn on the handbrake. And I'll be back once I've filled this thing up, and I'm going to go throw it in the thing. The thing in the thing with the thing. Alright. Well, I got myself a whole bunch of different minerals. I went and looked for the platinum, but I actually wasn't able to find it. And I'm thinking it might be because the ore detectors on the large ships have a longer range, and it might be buried pretty deep. So I might have to fly that thing over there. Well, I'm not worried about it yet. I don't need the platinum yet. Right now I just need to get my base all built up. So we're going to work on that first. I'm kind of hoping... because I'm going to be probably doing this driving back and forth thing a few times to get all the materials I need. Oh, thank you, gyroscopes. I might set up a connector on this so that I don't have to go back and forth. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do it by hand. I'm also eventually going to need a lot more in the way of refineries and assemblers and whatnot. But I want to actually build something a little bit nicer. Let's see. I got cobalt, silver, of course some stone, and a whole bunch of iron. And really that iron is what I need the most of. So I'm just going to load that in. It's going to be a lot of trips. Luckily it's just turning around back and forth. And like I said in my intro, it'll automatically, if I just load these into this container, it automatically pulls them into the refinery, knowing that, you know, you really don't have any use for that. You might as well refine it. So it's pretty smart. Yeah, so like I said, the next thing I need to do is start building this out, but I don't want to build on this kind of this plain platform that I've got here. I also would really like to build a landing pad for this guy because he's kind of off kilter right now, and I don't know, it just bugs me. So I actually have a design. I don't think, let's see if I can show it to you. These are blueprints. I don't think I've shown you blueprints before. Blueprints you can build, for example, actually I'll just do this right now. This guy right here, if I hop in here and look at him and I go into the info tab, his name is right now Small Grid. And I'm going to name him, let's do L for Lunar. He's a lunar rover, and he's my first edition, so most of mine are named something kind of like that, or just a couple of letters and whatnot. And I'll hop out, and I'm going to point at him, put this away, and I'm going to hit Control B, and what that does, now you see LR1 automatically takes a screenshot. Now in any other game I play, I'd be able to, can't just spawn it in, which you use as a projector, and I'll show you that later because I've got a couple of things that I'm going to project and build. This is what I want to build. I built this in a creative world. It's a basic glassy structure, and it's just kind of, you know, when I think about the moon and a structure on the moon, I just immediately imagine glass domes. Am I alone there? I think glass domes. And you can't quite make a dome in this game. I mean, sort of. But I thought that this right there looked pretty nice. So it's really basic. It has nothing in it except for, well, glass and steel. And so I'm going to project that and build it probably right... oh, I don't know, over here somewhere. And then I'm going to modify it, and I'm going to move all of my equipment into it. Ooh, I'm not sure if I made it tall enough for the refinery. I might have to put the refineries outside, but that's okay. That might actually look good. Put all my equipment on the outside and have the inside look all nice. Too bad I can't, like, plant trees in there or something. Anyway. But this episode's probably running long by now, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm going to turn these back off again. I got to remember to keep those off because they kind of interfere with the screen, make it all cluttered. All right, that's enough of that. I will continue working on the base a little bit. I probably build that structure. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I think I want to show you guys how the projectors work, so maybe I'll start the next episode when it's partway done, and I'll show you how it works. And then I'll start moving in there. Anyway, keep liking the videos, and I'll keep making them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. And please, give me comments. What do you like to see? What do you not like to see? What can I do to make this an entertaining thing for you? Because it's already entertaining for me. I don't need it to be any more entertaining. But I want it to be entertaining for you. So let me know. And I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.